going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. Alright, we're getting back into the normal reaction routine. Guys, I have another very exciting reaction for you from a very highly viral upcoming girl group called Beanie. Not to mention another girl group with a lot of members in there, 8 in particular, what their name is going as: Aya, Colette, Malloy, Gwen, Stacy, Micah, Joanna, and Sheena. Now, what makes this girl group a little bit more unique, they're not a K-pop group, they're not a J-pop group, they're not your ordinary pop group, they are a P-pop group. P-pop? Are we gonna call them that? That doesn't really sound right to me. Now, this group is a Filipino-based pop group that are highly inspired from the tropes that K-pop have just totally went viral and inspired thousands of pop groups and materials. So this is pretty much following that. We get a lot of reminiscence from R&B, some electronic music in there, just pretty much anything that you can really expect from the K-pop genre. These girls have made it their own and put it with some Filipino culture in there. I think that's very, very new and fresh. I've really been liking their sound. The first track that I ever heard from them was Pantropico. This is for the first time that I've seen them, that they're about to be debuting their first time at Coachella. Very, very exciting. I think that's gonna be an insane performance. So I'm really excited to see what these girls have to show. I'm really liking what I'm hearing so far, and with this new single, I have very high expectations. Let's get into it. All right, guys, here we go. Beanie, First Love. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ooh, that reminds me of the last dinner party.
First love, kinikilig pang mag-isama. Araw gabi naaalala sana. You could be my first love. Getting cute, seeing you in a minute. Gusto na kitang makapiling.
It is actually one.
Ganun lang talaga when you like somebody. There ain't nothing wrong if you need somebody. Asking all the friends and they ship
Are these
it.
pajamas or are they like dresses? They look like quite the exciting sleepover.
When you like somebody, and you're feeling adventurous, everything's new. Puso'y sayo dahil I know it's true.
Okay.
Iba para sa'kin but you, no one else but you.
Okay, okay.
Love, kinikilig pag magkasama. Araw gabi naalala sana. You could be my first love. You could be my first love. First love, kinikilig pag magkasama. Araw gabi naalala sana. You could be my first love. You could be my first love.
Oh, okay. I was really expecting the power coming from the harmonies in there. I mean, there's 8 of these ladies. I mean, and they sound brilliant, and I really do think when they have them all soloed out and each verse chopped up like that, which by the way, I feel like it's just such a jarring task to have this many people on individual songs all the time, and most of the time they try to fit like more than half of them, which is, I feel like it's too much sometimes, but you know, it somehow works. Rhythmically, I don't have a problem with the tempo. I do think it's a little bit stale. I do think the way we're entering it is just a little bit too simplistic. You know, it doesn't need to necessarily be overly saturated and filled in with all these layerings that we mostly hear from this kind of pop music. It's just a little, it's just not having like that edge to it. There's something missing from it, from the rhythmics that are adding to it. It just doesn't, I don't know. We'll see. I do think the chorus sounds really sweet though. So.
My phone won't stop ringing. Kana lang palagi ang laman ng panaginip. Love it when you look my way with a smile so sweet. Oh, you make me weak. And I'm feeling adventurous, everything's new. Puso'y sayo dahil I know it's true. Wala nang iba para sa'kin but you. No one else but you.
Yeah, the singing is so good. Okay, go off. Period. Love that. Wow, a lot of inclusivity right there. I love that. Okay, now we're bringing some more stuff into the melodics in there. That's helping a lot more for sure. This video's cute. I like that. It's adorable. Lots of love in the air right now. Oh, it's so cute. I don't know who that is, but she is stunning. Okay, yeah, it's catchy. It's catchy. It's catchy. Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm with that finish right there.
You could be my first love.
I would have liked a little bit more tail end. A little bit more tail end on there. Let me make sure. I'm gonna play the MP3 version on Apple Music real quick to make sure that this isn't a special cut for the music video. They could have repeated the chorus and maybe just have it like a classic of like fade out, like kind of like how we had music fading out like in the 70s, kind of just like that. I think that would have been okay too. I mean, something just a little bit more, give a little bit more instrumental. Like I really just do like the bubbliness that they really bring out. Like their sound is still unique. Like not even just talking about like with the Filipino lyricism. Like there is something about it that makes it stand a little bit more and makes it feel like it does deserve this presence into the genre for sure. So I think the song is decent. I think there needs to be a little bit more work instrumentally. I think a lot more support, maybe just like, you know, like more like bam, like that. Like it needs some more atmosphere. It feels a little bit too dull when we're entering. It just like feels like someone just kind of like rawly like creating a beat like off a desk, like boom 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 bap boom 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 bap. Like yeah, it's cool, but it sounds like we're still in the middle of like writing this song. There are moments also in here that you could tell that they get a little bit off beat, which is in some way trendy. You kind of hear it a lot with a lot of different hip-hop acts. In some ways it works, in some ways it doesn't. I think this is kind of more of a preference thing. I always prefer the vocalist to be on beat. Sometimes it's just a little bit more weird. Like the only time I can really hear anybody on a track that's off beat that kind of sounds like it works is G Herbo. That's about it. But anytime someone else is off beat, I'm just like a little weird. It doesn't feel right. They really do cover a lot of things that I really do appreciate though for the music video in terms of different aspects of love. When they show this young person right here, young man, or I'm not sure what this person might want to go by. I just want to be a little sensitive to their feelings. But self-love, which I think is a very beautiful thing to really start off with. And then we have family, and then we have, what is it, lovers? And then what does it say after that? Is it friends? Friends. Might seem tongue-in-cheek, but listen guys, this is pop music. We're trying to feel bubbly, and with this style of pop music, this is kind of like what it is. It's always very upbeat. It's very oversaturated, very colorful. It just makes you just feel good inside. So I do really like what they're going for. There is literally no discrimination at all in this music video, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. And I think that's also something that is just so relevant to topics in the West. And I think especially, I mean, I'm not really that familiar about like when it comes to just older perspectives in the Philippines, but I can just based off how it still is in the West in the United States, with some bigotry and some people still having a hard time adjusting to some other norms. I can only imagine it's somewhat similar, but also who knows, because I know in Thailand when it comes to trans folks, that's been around for a long time. I think that's a lot more normalized and accepted than it is in the West. Unfortunately, that's just the way I see it. I mean, I think it's definitely changing in the West, which is a great thing. I mean, it's baffling to see why stuff like that is such an issue for people, where it literally has zero effect on your entire lives. People are just fucking bored and just hate themselves. They just can't admit it. I'm getting a little bit off topic on here. I'm getting a little bit too deep into social politics, but I love this. I do love the video. I think the video is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Everyone just looks great. Like makeup wise, costumes and placements and transitions and the entire editing of it looks good. And I like that it has like that blurriness to it, where we're kind of like deep in this cloud of love. Like I think it's very beautiful to really observe visually. So it's very pleasant. Sonically, we could work on some things. I think it does have something going for it in terms of a catchy chorus. chemistry is there. Chemistry has been there from the start. That's something that is hardly ever gonna go away with a group like this. I mean, there's hardly any time I can not necessarily be into a track, no matter what genre it is, if it's a group or a duo. But most of the time, if I think that duo or group or band works, their chemistry just never goes away. So that is definitely present here. I think it's just nice to hear their vocals on here. I can listen to an acapella of the song and be totally infatuated with the way it sounds. It doesn't feel vibrant enough in a way. It's not like it's a vibe. It's a vibe, but I'm not vibing. I still think the song is decent. Like it had me going towards the last leg. I think if we would have had that room and the outro extending out to it, just something there just to make it feel like I'm getting a little bit of room, not like almost like we're feeling like in the beginning where we start off very slow and simple, we kind of end off like that, but it almost feels like chopped. It's not, I don't like those kind of endings sometimes they work in an album, so maybe that's the context that they want to use for this, but it needs some work. Writing wise, it could use definitely some work. Production wise, I didn't really see any problem with it. I thought the mix was fine. It sounded pleasant. I didn't really think anything sounded too overbearing or something like that, or like clunky or clicky, or just I feel like everybody was mixed in here well. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this newest single from Beanie, First Love. Like I said from the very beginning, guys, I'm just so excited to see more from this group. I really do like what they're doing. I do think that this is just a great cultural presence, and I love to see just more and more just certain ethnics and countries and people put together their ideas, that even some like people have heard of the Philippines, but just in general, like things that maybe we're not necessarily used to hearing. And especially in the West, this is becoming a very, very popular group. So I'm happy to see it. I can't wait to see them grow. I can't wait to see them do bigger and better things. And I definitely can't wait to see some of the performances, including the live stream of the performance at Coachella. I wish I was there in person, but that's another video. What did you guys think of Beanie's newest single, First Love? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Love you so much. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.
First love, kinikilig pag magkasama. Araw gabi na aalala.